That's this. Somewhere a clock has stopped working because one of the gears went rogue. And you know what? That clock is still right 2 times a day, so is it truly broken? Wait, where's my music? Where's the game's music? It's such a. Oh, wow! Ah! There it is. Just needed to give it a little tiny nudge to work. Hi! Hello! How are you? Let me just fix this up. What do you mean overloaded? I'm barely doing anything. What? If it's a 24-hour clock, then it must be a digital clock, right? I don't know a 24-hour clock that's analog. And I'm pretty sure only analog clocks use gears, right? Oh, hey, John. Hello, hello. Yeah, it's been a busy couple of days because of, country stuff. I'm back. I'm back. I'm ready to play more of the funky wonky attorney game. I'm back. I'm back. My rigging is, no, not my rigging, my tracking is a bit, wait, let me fix where I'm sitting. My camera apparently does not like me sitting in this very particular, position. Wait, 1 second. Okay, this looks good, this looks good. Nope, it does not look good. my eyes look like they're gonna fall asleep. Oh, okay, it looks like it fixed itself eventually. Why is my mouth doing that though? It has even less motion than. Wait a second. Hello. My mouth is okay. Wait, let me go back to. I'm not really leaving. Let me just hide this real quick. I'm gonna try to fix my tracking. I'm still here. Don't worry, children. I think it's calibrated now. Calibrated better at least. Hello? Okay, I think it looks okay. It's way better now. It's way better now. A 24-hour analog clock sounds like it's such a pain though. Would anyone actually want it? What's Senko bread? I never got that meme. What is Senko bread? While you answer that, I am going to start the game. Yay! We are starting chapter 3, I believe. Wait. The Adventure of the Runaway Room.
記録を読み返すと、あれは19世紀の終わり、厳しい冬のことだった。
I thought that said biter winter.
事件は霧深い深夜のロンドンの街路をひた走る乗り合い馬車の中で起こった。馬車には被害者と容疑者の両名のみ、複数の人間がその事件を目撃した。一体誰が想像しただろうか。この単純極まりない事件があのような恐ろしい結末を迎えることになろうとは。我が友シャーロック・ホームズはあの事件を振り返ってこう言った。思えばあの事件こそは序曲だったのかもしれないね。忘れがたきあの日本人留学生と演じた長い競争曲の始まりだ。
What? Anime!
すごい。 って本当に駅なのでしょうか。
駅にせよ違うにせよ、これほどの建造物は見たことがございませんね。
蒸気機関車があんなにたくさん。
Locomotives.
何なんだこの国は。
Careful, lady, you're gonna slip. Who in their right mind would be hanging out next to a fountain in winter? Oh, those luggages are gonna get stolen.
これが大英帝国の帝都。
どうあんたたち
はい。
乗りなよ。どこへだって連れて行ってやるぜ。
それでは官庁街の強盗本院へお願いします。
いいとも。
Oh, it's so funny because I know logically they're speaking in English, but
そうかい。それなら楽しんでいってくれよな。
I don't think they're going to enjoy their stay
世
at
界の
all.
中心、大英帝国の帝都、ロンドンへ。
Fancy stuff in posh carriages. Okay, wait, so what were you guys saying? Look at Isles PFP. 18th of February, 1921 a.m. British Supreme Court, Lord Chief Justice's office. Ah, naruhodo. So that's what a Senku bread is. I've heard of that anime, but I didn't actually watch it. Thoughts. What an incredible... Oh, wait, shit! This is my room. Look at all the gears. Yo, this is my office now. I'm claiming it. Whoever used to use this, I'm kicking them out of the window. This is my office now. Sorry, I already have a name claim on it. But also, wouldn't this be like incredibly loud? Like you have little tiny gears inside of a clock and you can hear it. And even that you can hear. Imagine these giant things. What an incredible place. It's so imposing. It's almost suffocating. Right, is there a window here? And also, oh my god, I just realized, I hate the giant window. If I was ever going to use this office, I'd hate it. I'd find a way to cover it up. Man, when it didn't happen, like the past 3 streams, I thought I was safe from like the disconnection hell. But apparently, we are still getting DC'd every which way. Hopefully that was the only one though. There's some big curtains. I don't care. Might as well just paint it black. I don't care, to be honest. Just so the light doesn't blind me. An authentic example like this has quite a different impact, wouldn't you agree? A far cry from the wood and paper most of our buildings are constructed from. It's certainly unfamiliar. But I think there's more to the differences than just construction material. I was also wondering, doesn't this look like a murder room? Like just one of those gears going loose, and that's gonna crush someone, it's gonna impale someone, and then have them go down the wall like a fucking wheel. What is this place again? This is the Lord Chief Justice's office, Naruhodo-san. It's the Supreme Court of Great Britain. The Lord Chief Justice. We had instructions to report here at this time, if circumstances were different. We were supposed to let the Lord Chief Justice know that we had arrived from Japan. Must you already dragged the mood down, Susanto, please. I'm still in mourning over my boyfriend. But look. No. So instead, we are here in a different capacity. Crying stream. No, that was last stream. Oh wait, no, last Ace Attorney stream. As envoys to destroy the news, to report the news of Kazuma-sama's death. Yes. And having delivered his or her message, an envoy's duty is done. So, we'd have to return to Japan. The longest round trip known to man. If you want to remain here in Great Britain, I have to take Kazuma's place as a law student selected for the study tour. Yes, which means you need the requisite qualifications as a lawyer. Which is what I've been studying for all of like 30 days, I believe. What was it again? Yeah, it should be around 30 days, if not more. Man, lawyering is easy. Apparently you could just learn it in a month. Why is everyone having such a hard time? Here in Great Britain, it is the Lord Chief Justice who appoints lawyers. So, that's the reason why we're here. To have you officially recognized as a lawyer. It's the only way that we'll be able to remain here in London. London? I hope I'm up to scratch. If memory serves right, this is a guy. His very appearance caused my stream to crash, apparently. I trust you aren't too exhausted after your long voyage from Japan. It seems I'm 1 hour, 12 minutes, and 47 seconds late. 1 hour late? My apologies. Oh, no, don't mention it. We're never happier that when you're standing around with nothing much to do. Okay. How fortunate. So, introductions. I am Male? How do you read that? Male Strongheart? Lord Chief Justice of the British Empire. I feel like a little mouse under the elephant's foot. He is a little mouse. He's a tiny little mouse. Ooh, baby. Come on, Mr. Naruto, don't be a mouse. Mayel? I have no clue. I'll just call him Strongheart. Oh, it's an honor to meet you, Lord Chief Justice Strongheart. I'm Rinosuke Naruhodo from the Empire of Japan. Whoa, Mr. Naruhodo. Welcome to... Wait, those birds were inside. Did you see that? They were inside this place, not outside of the window. Hey, this place stinks. This place must stink, holy shit. Welcome to London, the capital of our glorious British Empire. Yes, thank you. Ooh. Okay. You know, when I'm doing this, I just imagine, like, completely ignoring the dude right in front of us and just snooping around. Just look at all that naughty, you say, books packed together in the shelves. They go from floor to ceiling. You. I don't know how to tell you this, but that is not the ceiling. And they're all books that you couldn't hope to come by in Japan. It's like a dream. Yes, a very bad dream. Confirmed that you can't read. They're not all about British law either. There are books about the judicial system of other Western nations. France, Germany, Spain, Hollandaise. What about Russia? We're really bringing that up, you? We're really gonna do that? What do you ask? I was wondering about the Lord Chief Justice's... For fuck's sakes. That's it? I was thinking like, what he wants to know what he can do to like incriminate that girl under the Russian law. But no, all he wants to do is say wardrobe in Russian. Motherfucker, I hate this man. I think perhaps it's a thought best abandoned. Is still armor? Look at these menacing metal giants facing each other across the room. I believe they are... Yes, they're sets of armor. Oh, right. I thought maybe they were like lion dogs where we have... Lion dogs we have in Japan guarding shrine gates. It could be? No, not at all. Okay, never mind. In fact, in Europe, sets of armor like these are always possessed by what? By evil spirits, you know? And they roam around in the middle of the night. Holy shit. Really? Is there nothing you don't know, Mr. Sata? Oh no, now he is gonna believe that's what they do until the end of his days. This book tells me everything I need to know about everything. If you're ever unsure, just ask. Where did you get that incredible tome? Okay, the gears. I'm curious about the gears. Is this some kind of clock? Actually, I think we might be inside some sort of giant clock. Man, the ringing in here must suck. If this is like Strongheart's office, he might be deaf. But those gears are larger than anything you'd find in a steam locomotive even. It's eerie. Do you think clocks are some sort of hobby of the Lord Chief Justice, I mean? Thanks, Dream Elements. Well, boys do enjoy fiddling around with machines, don't they? Okay, come on, Sasato, we don't like generalize. I'm not sure you could fiddle with cogs that size. And I'm certain you won't call him a boy. That is a man. Still, it's amazing how little noise the cogs makes, considering... Oh, he answered me earlier. From my earlier question, I see. These things must be lubed up to high heavens. There's actually something quite soothing about their precise rhythm. What else can we do here? Because I saw the chair can be examined. I think that's okay. I think the chair. Wait. There's more places. Never mind. It's just empty space. Yep, just empty space. This might be the Lord Chief Justice's desk. I believe it's made of marble. Wow. It looks more like an over-the-top tombstone that's toppled over to me. Is that foreshadowing? Foreshadowing? I think that's your fanciful imagination at work again, Mr. Naruhodo. I feel like everything that's normally made of wood and paper at home is made of bricks and stone here. I know, that's why this place feels so overbearing, I'm sure. Okay, I think that's it. We have to talk to this man now. About London. So, what are your impressions of our capital so far? How do you like London? It's very cold. Oh, help! You're such a baby. I've been so nervous ever since I got here that I can't remember a single thing about the city. It's simply splendid, isn't it, Mr. Naruhodo? Oh? We had a... Ah, dang it. I don't know why. I think it's because my brother's playing on another computer using the same modem. The same router. I think that's why my stream keeps disconnecting. Never mind. Yeah, it's a norm. It's a norm here in my channel. Just let it be. We had a wonderful view of some of London's streets from the carriage on the way here from the station. Everything is so impressive and grand. I must say I'm almost lost for words. That was plenty of words to me, Mrs. Sato. I'm glad to hear you like it. The city boasts tramways, piped water and gas, even cables supplying electricity. They've invented electricity? This is news to me. We spearhead even every revolutionary new technology in the world. Every visitor to London is astounded. Oh yes, astounded is a word. Is the word even? Thanks for saving me there, Shisato-san. And everyone seems so jolly and full of vigor. So this is how you know this is fiction. People in London, jolly and full of vigor, can't fucking relate. Yes. There's so much excitement about the upcoming great exhibition we will be hosting here in London. Great exhibition? I'm sorry, I just needed to take a moment. The way he swung that around, oh my god, he is very experienced. You could say with something like that. Cultural and technological achievements from around the globe are to be exhibited here in our great city. We will be the greatest spectacle of its kind in history, and will make Paris's World Fair look like a toy shop. Okay, so that's something that's realistic than Brits hating France. Gosh, I can hardly imagine how magnificent it's going to be. Bruh, every time he does that, it scares the birds away. I can just imagine it's the clap of his cheeks vibrating the whole room. Shut the fuck up, stream elements. Great Britain's capital city is nothing but magnificent. London is the center of the modern world. Even if you do say so yourself. The sun will never set on our great empire. Just gonna tell him. Perhaps it is fate that in these progressive times, we will welcome visitors from the land of the rising sun. Law student, why we're here? Anone. Lord Chief Justice, so, about the thing, I think you were expecting a student of the law to study tour, weren't you, right? Absolutely. Mr. Kazuma Asogi, if my memory serves, is still in our memory. That's right. The British government has already been telegraphed a full report on the situation. Who knows? I understand the young man lost his life aboard the steamship bound for our shores. It's amazing! No, it's not! Ryu, what the fuck? You're reminded again that he's dead, and your first thing that comes to your mind is, wow, telegraphs sure are fast. What the fuck is wrong with you? My country naturally extends its deepest condolences to yours. Oh, thank you. You fucking bastard, Ryu. What the fuck? And you honored this appointment specifically to inform me of the news? Yes. We are here in the capacity of envoys from Japan to report the sad news in person. They tell me you Japanese are a people of protocol and courtesy, and I see that it's true. And it is with some regret that I must inform you that the death of the young lawyer means that this study tour arrangement can no longer proceed. If you would just hear us out, Lord Strongheart. The way he turned, it looks like he was on a Roomba. What do you have to say, madam? It's about the study tour. Mr. Naruhodo here would like to make a proposal. Would he now? Well, Mr. Naruhodo. This is it then. The moment of truth. Continuing the study tour. The thing is, Lord Justice, Lord Strongheart, I was wondering if perhaps you would consider allowing the study tour to go ahead. Don't misunderstand me. Britain would ideally like to see the tour go ahead. But without a lawyer from your country, there's nothing to be done. Well, in that case, what if there was someone else? Another lawyer from Japan, I mean. Stop doing that! It's making me do things! It's making me act up! Is there something I don't know? Only a single lawyer was invited to Great Britain from your country. And that was Mr. Asogi, at least. That is what I've been led to understand. Well, the thing is, this really isn't going well at all. I just can't seem to find the right words to say this to this man! Mr. Naruhodo, I could ruin things here if I'm not careful. What am I going to say? If there is someone else here in Japan who would be described as a lawyer, it's... I mean, I know the answer, but... I want to see the card records. Do you have anything? Oh fuck that. Oh fuck that. Oh fuck that. Oh fuck that. I hate this game. I was expecting to see his pin again, and this is like an armband I inherited from Kazuma. It identifies the wearer as a defense lawyer throughout the Empire of Japan. Okay, maybe this is a crying stream. Oh my god, you can examine it. These are the scales of justice. They're the symbol of the defense, aren't they? Yes, that's right. The scales are a symbol of fairness, to show that all are treated equally in the eye of the law. In the eyes of the law. More than one eye. Would you believe that there's more than one eye of law? And excuse me, please. And they're a warning to those who enter the courtroom without an impartial mind. But if they're the work of the defense, it would be more auspicious if they were weighing more heavily on the non-guilty side. I think. Ryu, no! That's not how it works! Very impartial, I'm sure. If I can I hate this game. I hate this game. I hate this game so much. Holy shit! His name has like 5 characters. What the fuck? It's too much. You either go 3, max 4. You gotta have 5. That's unfair. Yeah. The lawyer's name is embroidered on the inside here. Look. Kazuma Asagi. This is his band, of course. He had his heart set on the study tour in Great Britain. I'm sure he would have found the truth he longed for here. But he lost his life before he even had a chance to see the place. I hate this game. It is a crying stream. I have such a strong sense of his hopes and dreams when I look at this armband though. I hate this. This is a regret. Why did I check here? I should have just clicked this. It's me. I can do it. After I just gave myself depression. Is that so? I mean, I don't actually have... Don't say that! Lying in a resume is accepted. It is socially accepted to lie in your resume, so don't disqualify yourself already. I don't actually have any qualifications as such, but no qualifications, you say, and yet you still claim to be a lawyer. I have acted as a lawyer in court before, with him beside me. Only once, as it happens. And I had Kazuma to help me, and I was accused with crossing over the... So... This boy is a whole ass mess. I've been spending every spare moment of the journey here to Great Britain studying. I've learnt all about British law and court proceedings while I was on board the SS Buria. The voyage from Japan is some 50 days, I believe. Not what you might call a full education. To become a qualified lawyer here in Britain, not only do you need a university degree in law, you must also complete several years of training. I realize it's far too short of a period of time, but I can't just go back to Japan. Cause Mr. Asagi's journey had only just begun. Coming here on this study tour was all he thought about. I have to carry on and do everything he planned to do. I know it must sound like I have an overly inflated opinion of myself. No, you're literally a mouse. But I have to do something to prove that I have what it takes. Oh, but I would do anything to prove that I have what it takes. Any test you care to set me. Sorry, my burps. I'm burping. Just one chance. That's all I'm asking for. Please! 31 seconds. Sorry? Your opening statement there, Mr. Naruhodo. It was 31 seconds long. Not too brief, not too protracted. A perfectly judged appeal, I would say. Which is a skill that would stand you in good stead as a lawyer. Oh, thanks? So, you're willing to put those words to trial, are you? Well, I'm all for entertainment. Huh? But let me ask you one thing first, sir. Yes? You say you intend to do everything Mr. Asagi planned to do. Are you firmly set on that path? You don't even know what he planned to do. What if he just wanted to like sightsee and eat some, I don't know, fish and chips? What do British people have? Eggs Benedict? What if that's all he wanted to do? Well, yes, that's my intention. Like, I know that's not his... That wasn't his plan, but what do you know about his plan? Have you guys talked? Has my boyfriend been speaking to other people behind my back? I see. Am I imagining things? Or did his expression just alter a fraction there all of a sudden? I can't honestly tell, my dude. Very well. You have your wish. I'll give you a chance. A test to become a specially certified lawyer. Whether you pass or fail is entirely down to you. Really? Hontari? A test. So, what form will the test take exactly? Tell me, Mr. Naruhodo, what do you consider the role of a lawyer to be? Well, defending people, of course. Excuse me, my throat. Well said. So, let's have you defend someone. Huh? When is he adjusting on his clock? I have no idea. I've never owned a pocket watch. Or I've owned one, but it didn't work. It was just for decoration. But I thought you could only like fix your time with like this switches there. Is it? What can you possibly do to a pocket watch that isn't just altering the time? Your timing is perfect, in fact. There's an AMP trial about to begin later today. No advocate has been appointed for the defense as yet, so this will be welcome news. Today? Straight away? If you manage to secure a verdict of not guilty, or as I like to call it, hot milky, you'll have passed my test. What could be simpler? Me taking a sip of water, my voice is doing shit. How do I get myself into these situations? I'm glad he's self-aware. Well, oh my god. Wait, why is my voice saying this to me right now? Wait, no, I'm just gonna be 1 second. I'm gonna take a big, strong cough. Okay, I'm back. Okay, what did Sasato said? When I clicked out to mute my mic, it also progressed the story for some fucking weird reason. What did you say? Well, can I ask? What sort of trial is it, Lord Strongheart? Yes. Good question. I remember. I remember. It's a murder trial. Of course! Because clearly there are no other crimes in this fucking universe aside from murder. A murder? An extremely simple case, I understand. You really can't lose. What the fuck? That's easy to say. But I should mention, just in case, if the defendant is found milky, he will, of course, be sentenced to capital punishment. Capital punishment? He'll be put to death? Here in Great Britain, murderers are sent to the gallows without exceptions. Presumably, you read that much in your short C-based introduction to British law? C-based introduction. That's a way to call it. We can't possibly agree to such a test. We would be toying on a man's life. I am the Lord Chief Justice, and I've decided it's acceptable. You do what I say because I'm older. But you can't do that, can you? Clearly he has not studied all of it what he can in his C-based introduction. There's no need to overcomplicate this. All you have to do is ensure that you don't lose. See, all you have to do is you just have to not suck. Get good, as the kids would call it these days. So, the defendant may live or die depending on how well I perform in court. If I lose, he'll be hanged. There he goes again with a clap of his cheeks. Mr. Naruhodo, you've come to me claiming to be a lawyer. If you want me to take you seriously, you need to prove you're willing to do a lawyer's job. And you say you intend to see through the will of your compatriot, Mr. Asad. He's using my dead boyfriend against me. Fuck you. I don't like you anymore. I would like to understand just how far you're willing to go in order to make that happen. He's testing my resolve. What's the matter? You fall in silence. I'm sorry, but time is pressing. The trial begins it's literally in just a few minutes, isn't it? I need an answer from you now. What's it to be? What do I say? Do I agree to this absurd test? We don't have a choice, dude. Alright then. If I have to give you a decision now, my answer is I can't do it. I can't get the words out. 15 seconds. Your decision making needs work if you want to be a lawyer. That was too slow. Speed runner. So, it's how that stroke taste? Sorry? You have noble intentions, but lack the resolve to see them through. The test is cancelled. Thank you for stopping by. On your left, we have the souvenir counter. Go and acquire your ticket for passage back to the east tomorrow. This conversation is over. Yes, Lord Strongheart. Thank you for offering me a chance. Mr. Naruhodo. I'm sorry, Mrs. Sato. But what can I do? It's alright. I understand. I understand that you're a little bitch! It's not an easy decision to just whether to defend a man in these circumstances. But resolve has absolutely nothing to do with it. What are you... Excuse me? What are you trying to say, madam? I think what Mr. Sato means is that no matter how badly I'd like to be recognized as a lawyer and stay here in Great Britain, to risk another man's life by treating his one and only chance at a trial so trivially would be utterly unforgivable, and I feel exactly the same way. I'm sure the defendant won't see this trial as a test, as some kind of experiment. A lawyer may fight for his client in court day after day, but for each one of those clients, the particular day they stand in the dock may be the only chance they have to fight to prove their innocence. No, I was wrong. I'm not qualified to that job yet. I'm sorry for wasting your precious time, Lord Chief. Ooh, he said Lord Chief Justice instead of Lord Strongheart. Wait, Mr. Naruto. Oh, was there something else? It's approximately 20 minutes by carriage to the Old Bailey from here. It literally is minutes! And that's not how trial works! If you leave immediately, you should still be there in time. But I just said that I was quite serious in what I told you. The defendant in this case has literally no one to advocate for him. What? At this point, he can't hope to find someone to represent him. The trial will begin without a defense. And if that happens, there's only one possible outcome. he will receive the most severe sentence the judge can pass down. But that's awful! Well, it's... I feel like there are more words to describe that situation aside from awful. Harrowing, maybe, even. But that is the truth. Why does it have to be like this? Please don't expect an answer to every question. Sus? The cold, hard truth of the matter is that there is only one person now with a chance to save this man from a miserable end. And that is you. I'm really his only hope? So, what do you say now, madam? Me? What do you mean, Lord Strongheart? You said it wasn't an easy decision to choose whether to defend a man in these circumstances, and I agree. And, in my estimation, it is purely and simply a matter of resolve. Oh! Hey, that's the name of the game! Wait, that's the second game! This one is Adventures! Our time is up here. I have a meeting to attend. I must leave in 2 minutes and 16 seconds. God damn it, stop doing that. You're scaring the birds. They're just trying to live their life. So, venture into our great city and enjoy yourselves. Ooh. He's gone. The Old Bailey. If we're going to do this, Mr. Naruto, we must leave at once. Wait, are we still gonna talk? Oh, what to do? Okay. Mr. Sato, can I just oh. Careful! From this position, I can perform a Sato takedown in an instant. Why? I know. He's so used to it. Who's willing to bet that the Sato takedown was a punishment if he didn't get like the stuff when he was studying on the boat, right? Mr. Naruto, you heard Lord Strongheart. The trial starts imminently. If I need to throw you, I will. Why? You know, you could just say, I think we should hurry to the courtroom. If you need to ask me anything, it had better wait until we're at the Old Bailey. Okay, fine. I may threaten with my life. 18th of February, 9:45. We've barely been there for an hour. Holy shit. We've barely been in Britain for an hour and we're already there trying to defend a murder case. What the fuck? Why does this keep happening? Oh, thank goodness we're in time. There's still 15 minutes until the trial begins. I never knew a horse-drawn carriage could go so fast. I thought my teeth were going to rattle. Did you hear what I said to the driver when we climbed aboard? Get us to our destination in 5 minutes, driver, and here's a guinea in it for you. It's one of my favorite lines from her Luxion's story, and it worked quite perfectly. I'm not sure why you're so pleased. I thought we were going to die. And we had to pay gold for the privilege. Well, at least we arrived here before the trial started. Yes, I suppose that's that. Anyway, I don't understand it. The court clerk said the defendant should be here, but there's no sign of him at all. So, this is the Old Bailey. Even this room for defendants to wait in is grand. Ooh. Are you alright, Mr. Naruto? I'm feeling tense, that's all. This place gives me the same sense of foreboding that I remember from the Supreme Court of Japan. Well, I wonder why. An oppressive air, almost as if the building itself is going to crush whoever is about to be sentenced. It feels like only yesterday that I was the one about to be crushed. Trying to remember the days. Was it November or October he was trialed? And then wait, October, November, December. So it hasn't been half a year, I believe, since he was first trialed. God damn it. Yes, whoever the man you're to defend us, I imagine he's feeling very alone at this moment. Jacksepticeye, what are you doing here? My name is Jacksepticeye and I'm here to play The Great Ace Attorney Chronicles! I've read that thing like twice. I'm reading his dialogue twice and I have no idea how... I can already tell this man is going to be annoying to read. Do I go into Jacksepticeye voice now? Wait, I don't actually know if I can do the Jacksepticeye voice. How does he sound like again? I was just literally watching him before I started the stream. What are you doing? Following me here? Things are quite desperate, are they? Things are fair desperate, are they? Sorry? Would you look at those expressionless faces? From the east, are you? I hate this man. I cannot read for this man. Fucking put him to jail right now. Just so I don't have to read his lines. They're from Japan, yes. Ah, Japan is it? Right, say no more. So, how much do you need? No, we're just here because... No need to explain, fella. I've been near myself, so I have. No place to go. Nothing? Oh, it's supposed to be nothing, not nothing. Like that. These nuts! Barely a penny to your name, and all white in a strange, faraway land. Oh, actually, we haven't found a place to stay yet, though. Have they eaten? Oh man, they must be hungry. Just grand. I hate this. I hate this so much. I hate him. I can't. I just know it's gonna make me trip up on so many words later down the trial. Let me start by giving you 1,000 guineas. Stop saying nothing. Stop saying nothing, please. Stop saying nothing. It's too low of a fruit, and I will absolutely take it. 1,000 guineas? Please, Mr. Sato, you don't have to shout. But 1,000 guineas is enough to build an entire mansion in the most prestigious area of Tokyo. What? This man is always surprised. It's either the 20k rubles. Was it 20k or 200k? I forgot. It had a 2 in it. And now it's 1,000 guineas. Stop saying nothing! I like to ensure I have sufficient funds to weather a rainy day, you see? I've been outflaunted by the city of London until 3 times over. Could that much rain even fall in one day? Ryu, you're focusing on the wrong things. Well, even so, we couldn't possibly accept such a large sum of money. That hit me in the eye! Great Ace Attorney VR, that thing hits you smack in the eye, one lens is just down. Don't get me wrong, fella. I'm not giving it to you, no strings attached. I'll be wanting you to do something for me. Oh? To be honest, just a little embarrassing. The trial's about to begin, you see. It's for me good self here. I'll be the dog. So now, what I want you to do is come along with me and stand there beside me. Officially, you'd be my lawyer, but that's just a little detail for now. Oh, well, the thing is, don't worry about a thing. All you have to do is stand up there next to me. Nothing more. He just keeps nutting. Standing next to him, he just won't stop nutting. Shit, don't take that way stream. Keep Twitch, please. It's not me, it's the game. Otherwise, you see, the trial's going to stop without me having any kind of representation at all. At all. So it was true. The Lord Chief Justice wasn't just making it all up. Why would he do that? What reason would he to lie to you? I'm terribly sorry to have to ask, but does that mean you're the defendant in this trial? Buster and blazes, do you not know who I am? Me, one of London's biggest names. I'm just butchering this. He's butchering his own writing and I'm butchering him. Hey, Nut. Hey, Nutters. Yeah? What about it? It's in the game. He just won't stop nutting. It's not on me, dude. It's in the game. What can I say? No, sorry. I've only just arrived in the city, you see. I see. I suppose it isn't altogether impossible. I'm trying to remember every time Jacksepticeye spoke Irish in his videos, and I can't. Suddenly it fucking escapes me what he sounds like when he's speaking Irish. Hey man, I'm just along for the ride at this point. Yeah, apparently it's gonna be a very nutty ride. So grab onto those tissues! Well, just like to Hyde Park, the center of London is another beautiful park. Sorry, a park? What? Just called McGilded Park, full of blossoming flowers in the spring and singing birds and whatnot. I ran into the city, so I did. An entire park? In central London? A city of smiles. Wait. Oh, hello! Thank you for the follow! Did the nutting make you follow? A city of smiles! That's my vision for London. I hate this. Can you just stop saying that? It's not me! It's the game! They keep nutting! There's nothing to Magnus McGilded wouldn't do for the city and its square old people. That's amazing. I mean, really extraordinary. You admit to nutting? But now they've got to go to say I'm a good for nutting. It's only good for nutting. Me, Magnus McGilded. What's the matter with a lot of police, I ask you? Alright, don't pass out. Mr. Naruhodo. Perhaps that would be a good time to introduce ourselves while the gentleman catches his breath. Good idea. Mr. McGilded, the thing is, we're actually here in London to study the British law. We're law students on a study tour from Japan, you see. Man, oh man, a not so extreme he passes out. Come on, dude, we still have to go to a trial. Clean yourself up. Edge yourself a little bit. Maybe edge yourself for like 4 hours. So, if you don't have a lawyer for the trial yet, and you'd be happy to put yourself in our house, What was I after saying? You daft idiot! You daft idiot! I've given you 1,000 guineas to stand there next to me, haven't I? Well, yes, but I wasn't really offering to just stand up there next to you. Oh god. Oh, I think I see what you got there. I think it's because he's Irish. Sorry? I'm not saying that Irish people do not have a good vocabulary. I'm just saying, they're fucking little dudes. I know what you're thinking. This Chancer? This Chancer of a fella claims to have more money than the Queen. But if that's true, why the blazes can't he hire the finest lawyer in all of England? Because he did! That's the only explanation! Because he did it, I mean. Well... well... I don't think it matters, so let's just say not at all. I don't want him to, like, fucking panting in my face again. Not at all, although... it is a little strange, to be honest. And also, we are the defense attorney, so... we might want... maybe we want to not start up on a bad foot with him. Sorry, my nose is all stuffy. Why you don't have a lawyer, I mean? That would be the fault of the Reaper! Sounds sexy. Sorry? Did he just say Reaper? Aye, the Grim Reaper of the Bailey. Lord Bawak Volzeeks. He's the prosecutor. The prosecutor is the Grim Reaper? When the Anzik stands for the prosecution, they call the accused his sacrificial lambs. And to this day, in every single trial in which he's been the prosecutor, the accused has been damned. What? So, it's reached a desperate situation. But there's no one willing to stand in defense against the fella at all. At all. You can say he's a living legend of the Old Bailey. Goodness, Lord Baroque Van Zeeks. He must be an exceptionally talented prosecutor then. I have no idea, but when I look at his hat, I start craving corn. I really want to eat sweet corn right now because of his hat. Talented isn't the word you're looking for, madam. It's cursed. Cursed? What on earth? The defendant is summoned and his counsel. Please make your way into the courtroom. The trial is about to begin. His counsel, that will be me. You want me to elaborate? I'm hungry. Oh, it's time. Well done, fella. Don't let me down. But can I at least have some documents about the case? But I don't know anything about the case, yeah! You haven't told me what happened. Until they showed your face there. And made me mine, so I have. Sorry? I decided I have to defend myself in there. Yeah, I want corn. Because I don't know, the gold stuff really stands out in his design. And the yellow made me think of corn. And I want to eat corn. Sweet corn. With butter on it. Oh, now I'm hungrier. How would that have worked? But then you made an appearance. The student of law, wouldn't you now? Just no accident. I can assure you of that. Just fate. So, don't get cold feet now, please. He looks so ugly. I literally know nothing about the case or about this man who stands accused. At least he's honest. In fact, the only thing I do know is that I can't just turn my back to him. Mr. Naruhodo. The man has no one. He'll have to stand alone in that courtroom, armed with nothing to defend himself. Yes, something that Kazuma would never have allowed to happen. Counsel of the defense, what are you doing? If you're late for the start of the trial, you will lose your right to stand. I'll be right there. It's happening then. My first trial in a British court. I hope you're watching. Why are they like this? I hate this game so much. Because I have no idea how I'm going to manage this. February 10 a.m. The Old Bailey courtroom. Oh my god, there are so many people to voice. Rip my throat. So this is the highest court in Great Britain, the Old Bailey. The centuries of history in this place is palpable, isn't it? It's so different to the Supreme Court in Japan. It feels both imposing and serene at the same time. The atmosphere almost makes words redundant. Whatever the country, determining a person's guilt or innocence is always a solemn affair. Titties. May I say something, Mr. Naruhodo? Oh, yes, what? It's back to being a baby! Your eyes look ready to pop out of your head again. He's a baby! I know, but I just can't help it. He was hot. In the name of Her Majesty the Queen, I hereby declare this court to be in session. We are here today to determine the guilt or innocence of Mr. Magnus McGilden. He just won't stop nutting for the love of God. I will call upon the counsel for the prosecution, not reputation, to declare the willingness to proceed. You guys aren't saying this because my hands are literally spazzing out because holy shit, it's a man! The prosecution is fully ready. Prepared even. Shit, I fucked up! That must be the Reaper of the Old Bailey. He really does look fully prepared to dispatch his next poor victim to the underworld. Counsel of Defense, you appear to be Eastern. Oh no, he's hot! Do you speak English? Huh? Oh, yes, of course. Sorry. But he asked if the defense was ready. And I couldn't be further from ready if I tried. What the fuck is that word? Am I allowed to say that word? I feel like it's wrong. Am I allowed to say those words? I feel like that's like racist and I don't want to say it. It's in a game and it's in Steam. So I'm going to assume that it's okay. Nippons. I don't know. I think that's their version of Japanese. I have no idea why they chose that word. But I'm going to assume that it's alright to say. I think. Yeah. Because Nippon, right? I have no idea. She's trying to like seem smart. Is he a weeaboo? He's like, oh no, it's not Japanese. It's Nippon. Yeah. Like Nippon, how they call Nippon. I feel like is he a weeaboo? Is he like the is he like, if he was like an anime fan, would he go like, no, it's not My Hero Academia, it's Boku no Hero Academia. Those eyes please me, Nipponese. They shroud your fear, your doubt, your trepidation. They run wild, clinging to some phantom notion of courage. The quintessential look of a sacrificial lamb. Bruh! Why is it like this? Oh my god! A cold shiver just ran down my spine all the way to the tips of my toes. His toes. Are you not gonna comment on that? I feel like I was just threatened. Now, Mr. McGilden. I mean, it's definitely a lot of big words. I kind of just, my spirit left my body reading half of those lines, and I absolutely absorbed nothing. Words, like sounds, were just coming out of my mouth at that point. Yes, my lord. You stand accused of murder, a capital offense. You can be sent to the gallows if found guilty. Are you quite sure you wish to entrust your defense to this foreigner? Oh, there we go! The subtle racism! Yes! He's very smart. He's very smart indeed. As I've always said, my lord, 'tis a grand thing to give opportunities to the young. Even if the fella is a student from some island off in the Far East. It is not a British way. Is it not the British way to ignore the dangers of yourself and give those less fortunate a fair chance? I don't know what's going on with his fucking voice, accent, anything. I have no clue. I just want corn. I'd like to take the acts of chivalry to the Great British Crown. Listen to Mr. McGilden. What a fine gentleman London has in him. Do you hear that the note is £5,000 to the government the other day? Mother, please may we get to play the Miss McGilden. Mother. Mommy, may we please go to the park? It seems as though everyone in the public gallery is firmly behind Mr. McGilden. That's definitely welcome news. He certainly has a way with words. Fuck that. Those are not a way with words. Those were fucking massacring them and leaving them to hang in the dry sun. Those I'm surprised he couldn't convince anyone to defend him. Sorry, my voice. Eloquently put, Mr. McGilden, and most laudable sentiments. Now, ladies and gentlemen of the jury, I'm sure I need hardly to remind you. Fuck, those are so many voices. I'm going to actually die. I'm going to absolutely not remember half the voices I gave these people while actively playing. That you 6 members of the public have been selected for your impartiality. Are you ready to proceed? Yes, my lord. If the task is to turn watchers to the gallows where they belong, I'm more than ready. At the manor, his lordship always says we should dispose of rubbish properly. Naturally, I agree. Heh, any criminal here will soon be wishing they never set eyes on me. Nice talk! I have no idea what to get this man. I feel chill. Oh, don't mind me, my dears. I will be getting on with my knitting. Must finish this mitts for my grandson. Ah, Mr. Naruto, those people are... the jury. Yes, that's something we don't have in Japan yet. Oops, sorry. I hope nobody heard that. Don't worry. I don't know how to pronounce your name. Is it Dirth? But don't worry, Dirth. He's not the only one with a sharp object in court. Our character is carrying a katana with him. So it's cool. It's chill. That's right. I've only ever read about it. Darth. Ah, see? Okay. Thank you for telling me. But yeah, don't worry, Darth. Apparently, pointy objects are nothing to be worried about in the Supreme Court of Justice. Wait, I kind of want... We don't have like a full body of him yet. I feel like there would be shots that show his full body and you'll see it. But here in Great Britain, the court's final verdict defends the opinions of these 6 jurors. The judge passes sentence according to the law, but the jurors determined guilt based on common sense. Unfortunately, I feel like common sense is very scarce in this world. I doubt that they have it. So, the defendant is ultimately judged from 2 completely different points of view. But how exactly did the jurors give their verdict? Didn't you learn this? That I don't know, but I'm sure it will become clear as the trial progresses. Yes. Prosecutor Van Ziet. My lord. It's been a number of years since I've seen you here in the courtroom. I thought you'd renounce your fame. I'm known as the Reaper of the Bailey, my lord. Infamy rather than fame, I could say. All I heard is we're screwed. Wow. Hopefully in more ways than one. Maybe wink wink so we can get more out of this trial. But yes, 5 years have passed since I last spread my wings in this capacity. So, what brings you back? Is there some changes of circumstances of which the court should be aware? Look, he has a sword too! Can you see it? He had like a handle of a rapier on his belt. Everyone here is carrying swords. I'll leave that to your imagination, my lord. Oh, look, see. I don't have, this thing doesn't have a mouse, so if you can look like over, it's under the dex box and like just over the table, but you can see like a handle of his katana. Everyone has a sword. So, the Reaper has been out of action for 5 years. Why did he have to choose today of all days to make a comeback? You are just unbelievably unlucky, my dude. Don't lose heart, Mr. Naruhodo. As you wish, sir. The court nevertheless welcomes your return. Now then, opening statements. That's what? I think a summary of the case, if you please. Oh God, I'm gonna have to speak as more as him. I should have chosen an easier voice for him because he is like the main villain, I believe. Or well, not villain, antagonist, because he's gonna be the main prosecutor for the game. Certainly, my lord. As your lordship is aware, this is a case of overwhelming simplicity. They must be the only ones here who aren't likely. The incident took place in the late evening, 3 days past. The hour was some minutes after 10. The victim was a maker of building bricks known in the community as Trice-Fired Mason. Sorry? Trice... He was a very accomplished craftsman. The bricks he fired were said to be almost indestructible. Oh, that's unfortunate. The victim's corpse was discovered in an omnibus. Omnibusing? In service on the streets of London at the time. The dagger that had been thrust into the victim's abdomen is believed to be the ultimate cause of death. Here is the autopsy report from the investigating medical officer at Scotland Yard. Thank you, Counsel. I will accept that and the photograph as evidence. Dude, it's so hard to change between Van Zix and then suddenly the judge. It hurts. No, it doesn't hurt. It's just kind of difficult. It's like in America everyone has a gun. In British everyone has a fucking blade apparently. The autopsy report has been added to the court records. A photograph of the crime scene has been entered into the court records. And one further item of evidence. The prosecution wishes to submit these as well.
And these are... Good lord! Is that blood?
Yes, my lord. Seized by a policeman who arrived at the scene. These gore-soaked gloves were taken from the hands of the accused when he was arrested.
What?
Mr. McGilden's gloves had blood on them? So, look, you can clearly see his katana there, if you noticed it. Yes, I will accept this as evidence as well. The defense leather gloves have been entered to the court record. How did I get into this? This is why you check your fucking cases before you agree to be a lawyer. And back into the corner before I even started. Continuing. According to the driver of the omnibus, there were only 2 passengers traveling inside his vehicle at the time. Only 2? Oh my god, he's so stressed. I guess he has to stay ready. Yeah, you never know when someone's gonna fucking jump you, huh? Obviously, one of those passengers was the deceased brickmaker, Mr. Mason. The other? Bruh, this man is gay. Look at how fucking limp that wrist is. Wrist? This man is fruity! Was the accused, Magnus McGilden. Well, rather damning circumstances to say the least. Defendant, what say you? Nothing! We know nothing about the case!
Well, of course, I have no recollection of such a thing.
He a bit pretty. Well, a tiny bit fruity. Mr. McGilden!
To be sure, I wrote the omnibus that evening.
But whenever I'm in the carriage, I'm taken with a fierce tiredness, and I always succumb to it. Are you claiming to have been asleep?
Just the motion of the carriage, my lord. Lilton, so it is. And when I opened my eyes again,
'twas a desperate sight before me. The body of a man I never laid eyes on before in me life.
now I ask you, what good-hearted soul wouldn't wish to help a fellow bleeding from the stomach? I wasn't about to start worrying about me gloves now, was I? I reached out to give the man a hand.
So the blood got onto the gloves then after the man had been killed. Unfortunately, that statement of the driver is only the beginning.
What? That's not all of it?
Ooh, man, I wish I was a desk. There were multiple witnesses to the precise moment at which the brickmaker was fatally stabbed. Order! When the killing took place, only the victim and the accused were inside the carriage. And there were witnesses to the crime. This is not just a case of compelling evidence. It's the nail in the coffin for the accused. Thank you, Counsel. The circumstances of the crime have been made quite clear. I think we will hear testimony from these witnesses first of all. Your wish is my command.
Imagine he says that in bed.
He's so theatrical. I hate it. Bailiff, bring the witnesses in at once.
Oh my god. That's just the guy we had in the first case. He just has a top hat on.
Witnesses, your name and occupations.
Oh my god, there's more people to voice! Why are they all men? My voice can only do several octaves of low. It's always annoyingly high. My name is, well, everyone calls me Beppo. I drive an omnibus in the East End.
Why are you so cold? We're inside our fucking room. Bruce Fairplay. I'm a banker in the city.
My name is Foss. Lady Lady Foss. I make hats for jets.
Let's begin by confirming the facts. 3 days ago, at the short time after 10 o'clock in the evening, all of you present in the stands were in an omnibus and witnesses to the aforementioned incident. Is that correct?
Yes, sir.
Quite right.
Yes, sir. That's right, sir.
Very well then. Let's proceed to your formal testimonies, please. Each of you will tell the court precisely what you saw.
It was the last bus of the evening, so I had a few customers. I remember it well.
The victim and the man accused of killing him were sat next to each other inside the bus.
Is he okay? I honestly have no fucking clue. Why is he the only one that's cold? We're in like, I'm assuming we're in room temperature right now.
Then, out of the blue, the accused just reached over and plunged the knife right into his guts.
That's right! He stabbed him! I screamed, I did. I couldn't help it. As soon as I heard the scream, I stopped my bus and then I saw it too!
An ambiguous testimony, I must say. Exactly, my lord. These men witnessed the incidents in the omnibus with their own eyes.
Daddy? I'd like to ask a question, if I may.
Yes, counsel?
Well, this testimony makes absolutely no sense to me whatsoever.
Very surely implied the confidence in your
Sure. Ah, my god, my voice. Ah, the joke is gone now. No, the gun is over. I couldn't think of the fucking sentence.
Why not?
Well, the incident took place inside a moving carriage, didn't it?
As has been clearly stated from the outset, yes.
Well, in that case, how could these two witnesses possibly have seen what happened? There's no way they could have seen the inside of the moving carriage.
How quaint. I'd read that civilization in the Eastern Island nations was a good century behind our own. But you're here in London yourself. Are you really so ignorant about our omnibuses? Omnibuses! Huh? Tell me, my Nipponese friend, have you even traveled in an omnibus? Clearly not. Well, no. Well, I only arrived in London this morning. No matter. I've arranged for us to all see for ourselves the actual scene of the crime, that is. Oh no, not the buses! Not the omnibuses! What do you mean? The actual scene? How? A carriage is designed to be moved, after all. Presumably, you understand that much? Yes? The omnibus in which this bloody crime took place is here today, in this very building. Here? What? The entire carriage? Bailiff! Bring forth the stricken omnibus. So, that's an omnibus. The omnibus. I can't believe they could bring something so enormous in here. Great Britain's courtrooms are amazing. Sure, if you say so, Ryunosuke. As you can see, the omnibus is pulled by 2 horses and can carry up to 8 passengers. 4 passengers sitting inside in the enclosed cabin and another 4 on the rooftop deck above. Every Londoner knows that the best view of the city architecture and sights are to be had from the top of an omnibus. And I should point out to our foreign guests that there is a skylight in the roof, allowing a view of the interior from the seats of— Why? Bruh, what if someone is wearing a skirt or something? They'd be flashing everyone that's below them. This fucking face again. A skylight. Oh! The penny drops at last, I see. These 2 gentlemen were occupying the rooftop seats on this omnibus when the murder took place. This is how they came to witness the grim incident. Through the skylight. That makes perfect sense! Well, counsel, this is the first. In all my years behind the bench, I've never experienced a crime scene itself being brought into the courtroom. There were a number of important clues remaining inside the carriage, my lord. I would like to submit the omnibus itself as evidence. That is the prosecution's wish. Oh. Very well. I see no reason why not. The omnibus is hereby formally accepted as evidence. The omnibus has been entered in the court. Okay, I wanna fucking see this. I can't believe it. The entire crime scene entered as evidence. Wait, I wanna see this. Actually, I also have to read these. Trice Mason, age 54, the brickmaker, 15th February 10th, 11 p.m. Stabbed once in an abdomen with a knife whilst journeying in an omnibus. Died due to internal hemorrhaging resulting from the trauma. Resulted from the trauma. Number 15. Try to find if there's anything weird. One of his buttons is missing. I don't know if that could be a clue. Yeah, there's nothing off about this picture, I believe. And the gloves, let's examine. This is definitely blood, isn't it? Not the most pleasant sight to be confronted with on our first day in London. Well, nothing will come grumbling now. No, by the way, is Mr. McGilded right-handed? Ooh, okay, that's a clue, that's a clue. Is he right-handed? Yes, I believe so. He was toying with a coin in his right hand a little earlier. Ah, okay, I see. Ah, pity. If only it had been left. I think blood on either glove would be fairly incriminating, really. Is there anything else? Is it just the glove? I can't see inside it. Yeah, it's just the blood. And the omnibus. Okay, when this is happening, I can just imagine, like, Ryu and Susato, like, stepping out of the omnibus. I mean, stepping away from their, what wasn't it called? A desk? A stand? I don't know what the place is called. And just walking around and looking around the omnibus. Like, oh, fascinating. Okay, let's look at the top first. So, this is the roof deck of the omnibus. Oh, you must have a wonderful view of London streets from up here. So people sit all the way up here on bitter winter nights with a cold air rushing past them then. They must have to... And they have to pay money to do so? Brr. I can't imagine how cold it must feel. That just made me think of something horrible. Can you imagine being dragged around the city in the freezing cold? Ryu, why would that come to your head? What the fuck is wrong with you? Perhaps that is the real price you pay to stay out late. There's nothing. Oh man, look, there's a very prominent butt here. Is there anything you can view? This is a. Oh, you can even check this part. What about the bag? Phoenix Ride Omnibus! Check this is the first time I've seen this! What? He shouldn't be born in like another century or so. Why is Phoenix Wright making omnibuses here? Omnibuses. Well, let's open the door and go inside, shall we? Scene of a murder. It's horrible. Why is Phoenix Wright making fucking omnibuses? I'm dying. Okay, what's this poster about? You have to get some time frames and events. Maybe the murder is tied to an event that's happening. Ah, that's the poster of the Great Exhibition that's due to start 6 months from now. That's very far away. Listen, in 6 months, Ryu has either been a witness or accused of murder. That's a really long time for him. There's a lot of focus being drawn to the Crystal Tower, the centerpiece of the whole exhibition. Ooh, the Crystal Tower. It's under construction already, I believe. People all over London must be fizzling with excitement at the prospect of such a grand event. Okay, the blood. That's blood that's soaked into the seat, the victims, obviously. Yes, and that seat would be clearly visible from the roof at the deck. Would you really stab somebody in full view of other passengers like that, I wonder? Well, it was after dark, and there was a lamp on in here, so perhaps the culprit couldn't see anything outside from the skylight. Whichever way you look at it, it doesn't seem like it was planned attack. Okay, thorough. I feel like that's just stepping out. Oh wait, ooh! It's quite a large skylight, isn't it? Yes, quite. Quite enough to afford a good view into the cabin from the roof deck. And there doesn't appear to be a handle or catch of any description. So I suppose it can be open. Oh, that's a clue. It can be opened from the inside. From inside the cabin. Okay, that's a clue. Okay, what else? Can't check the windows. What's this? Oh, it's the same as the other poster. Oh, what's these? The seat has a handle, it seems. What's this shit? The It looks like all sorts of equipment that might be needed to keep the omnibus running. Feeding tubs, not tubes. Tools to repair wheels, blankets, horse shoeing tools. So it's a storage compartment for the coachman to keep his things, it seems. There doesn't seem to be any space for passengers to stow their luggage, that's for sure. Well, I don't imagine it would be very convenient for that purpose anyway. I think that's it. If I do this, does it just take me out? Have you seen enough? Let's step back. Oh, okay. That just takes me out. I feel like that's it for now. Yeah, I was thinking these lights are maybe the wheels. Fucking this one took me out. Phoenix Wright Omnibus. That's so funny. Okay, I think that's all. There isn't anything else that's lighting up here. Okay. Can't believe the entire nursing is evidence. Okay, read that? Yes! Great Britain is simply extraordinary. I could help myself a lot by giving that omnibus a fair examination, seeing as it's here, way ahead of you, Ryunosuke. Let us continue with proceedings then. Your cross-examination, Counsel. Pray, don't expect this Nipponese stray to understand the intricacies of a British court's cross-examination rights. He does in fact know! Alright, my first cross-examination in the British court. He's a baby! Focus, Ryunosuke, focus! I couldn't find any... It was like that's not nearing, and I had a few customers. Okay, let's just press everything. Let's ask them about everything and anything. Yes, I think it was sometime after 10, wasn't it?
Oh, yes, sir. That's right, sir. Yes, even I was so cold. It was freezing, in fact.
And you had 4 passengers on board at night. Is that correct?
Yes, that's right, sir. Not all traveling in the same parts of the bus, of course. No.
And there were no other passengers when the incident took place. No one alighted, for example.
You're right, sir. That's sir. The other passengers like that. No, none.
So nobody fled the scene of the crime then?
I have to say, the boss insists on it running, he does. Every evening, the last bus of the day. But I do still wonder sometimes if it's altogether worthwhile. Yes, sorry to say.
What do you mean by that?
Well, what with it being so cold and everything, and only making 20 pence on the run, you see. Yes, I spent that much at the pub on the way home, just trying to warm up again.
He has a scarf, he has a cloak, he has gloves, he has a hat. I don't know why he's still cold. Get him a hot drink, maybe. And you saw them through the skylight in the roof of the carriage. That's right. When you sit up in the top deck, the windows are right there at your feet. There was a lamp inside, so I had plenty good view. Wait, those aren't the gloves though. Is this supposed to be an accurate description or just like imagining? Because those are not the gloves he was wearing, they were red or brown, depending on how you want to view it. The two of them were wearing hats and I couldn't exactly make out their faces. There's not a shred of doubt in my mind that it was Mr. McGilden. How could you be so sure? Well, how can I put it politely? Mr. McGilden is a gentleman of a rather small structure. I couldn't have mistaken him for anyone else. Let's not forget that even the evidence came to a halt The only people inside the enclosed cabin were the deceased Mr. Mason and Mr. McGilden. There's no room for doubt there. Here, even. I really wish there was! The kid just reached over and punched the knife right into his guts, which is accurate. It is in his guts. I was assuming like it was another case. What, he was shot in the back? No, he was shot in the front, you fucking idiot! Situation, but no, that is indeed the gut. Impressive. You actually saw it the exact moment it happened. Didn't I already testify to that? Nah, it wasn't as sexy as Strongheart. Strongheart had more flair to how he whipped his skate around. That's just bullshit. Dinkum? Or fair dinkum, hardworking city bankers, not considered trustworthy these days. Oh, no, I didn't mean it like broad. We never mentioned anything like that. You're the one that's on the defensive here. This is no good. I really got his back up. What? Perhaps you could just tell us what you saw in a little more detail. What?
My lord.
Juror number 3, what is the meaning of this?
My mind is made up, my lord. Completely and utterly made up.
Made up about what?
I don't like the stinking rich. Never have.
What? You have a gem on your fucking... Huh?
They're always up to something or another that they shouldn't be. Every one of them.
You would know.
And that little leprechaun of a man is no exception. Well, he can't fool me.
Does the whole place have to shake every time they put a vote in?
There's no point in wasting time listening to any more of this. That's my opinion no matter anyway.
I forgot! I mean, yeah, it kind of looks well off. That's what I'm saying. I forgot exactly what voice I gave this man.
That's precisely what I was about to say. As the foreman of the jury, it's my duty to set a good example for my fellow jurors.
I'm just giving the men high voices now because it hurts to go so deep in all of them. What the... What's happening here? Let me see. Ah, yes. It seems that's how the members of the jury give their verdicts. That's very elaborate. They shake the entire fucking... Man, imagine a fucking... Imagine if they use this like Supreme Court every single day. People just assume there's always an earthquake around here. With fire? Apparently, yes. White for innocent and black for guilty. And the 6 members of the jury make up their minds about the case. One by one, they each cast a ball of fire into the great scales of justice, as we saw a moment ago. So if those enormous scales fall completely to the black side, does that mean... Let's do our best to make sure that doesn't happen. But I'm even more worried than I was before. Very well. The court acknowledges the chance of the jury's sentence. Counsel of the defense, please continue with your cross-examination. This is a nightmare.
That's right. He stabbed him. I screamed at it. I just couldn't help it.
He stabbed him, you say? And you were sitting up on the roof deck, were you?
Yes, that's right. I was up to the roof seats. Remember seeing the little gent sitting next to the fellow that was stabbed?
He has the highest voice even amongst the women.
I've been thinking about you had this on your seat, so I was gazing absent-mindedly around. But then I happened to look down through the skylight. It was sticking out of his belly. That huge
great knife. You can describe other things as huge and great. A game site indeed.
Ah, that didn't help me at all! Oh no!
The jury looks like they're even more convinced my client did it than they were before. It appears to have made everyone even more dubious that Mr. McGilded is telling the truth. If only we had some evidence to counter their suspicions.
Oh, thank you, Bader! Thank you for the hydrate! Some good wawa for the throat. Lube it all up. I forgot his voice! Shit!
Mr. Foss!
Yes, sir? Why do you have that? Incubator!
Is this the knife you saw?
Oh, good grief! That's it! That's the very one, sir!
Is that? That should have been submitted as the first thing, you fucking bastard.
Yeah, it's very important, especially to this game. There have already been several instances where my voice just gave out. It's kind of funny.
Yes, Counsel. This is the blade that was driven into the victim's belly like a stake for the heart. You're not a vampire. You're a Grim Reaper. Get your themes right, sir. That is a blade of considerable size, Counsel. That's not the only thing of considerable size about him.
He also has big titties.
It is. And furthermore, the scabbard is I hate this man. Stop saying difficult to read and say words. Emblazoned promptly with a certain initial. I mean, yeah, he is more of a vampire than a Grim Reaper, but that is the title given to him, okay? He has to stick with it. I'm pretty sure if he was given a title, he should have just changed his whole aesthetic to be, what was it called? To be the Grim Reaper, like have a hood or something. The guy is mega emo. He sure is. You weren't even. I don't think you were there when it happened, but the man just found out just the most emoest and edgiest shit, and I had to voice them. The letter M, which seems oddly familiar. Please no, I'm begging. For Magnus perhaps, or McGilded possibly. Take your pick.
Yeah, a hood. And what else? I guess it's a cravat? Is that what you call these things on his neck? A cravat? I guess yeah, that's on point. Take away the cape, wear a hood. That's my thing. Is a close. Yeah, he really is. He's probably like one of those people who really like Death Note, and he owns a Death Note. But he keeps it as his diary instead of actually writing people's names in it, because he can actually kill them himself. Well, not himself, but he can sentence them to death. A psych would be a bit too much, I don't think. Get your fruity finger-pointing finger away from me. He has a rapier, but I feel like a sight would be too much.
It seems this particular big name in London made a magnificent mistake.
Haha. Ah! That was such a baby Schwab! That was so baby!
But there are M's everywhere! like, yes! Like in Mason! His voice is so deep, holy shit. I don't think I can go that deep, holy shit. Nigga. This blade is far too extravagant for a poor brickmaker to have owned.
That's the big daddy slap right there.
No, this weapon of murder almost certainly belongs to the accused. Not conclusive, but certainly compelling, Counsel.
A murder weapon has been entered into the court record. My lord, if you please get the interruption.
Juror number 2, go on.
Mr. McGilden is a pillar of society and a gentleman. And a gentleman's word should be sacrosanct. However, those of us in service know we must accept hard truths.
Wait, what are you about to...
Dispose of the rubbish!
Rip. No! You bitch!
I don't wish to cause offense, but I do like to eradicate all traces of filth and grime.
Oh shit. Oh wait, I haven't decided on a voice for her yet because she didn't speak the first time. I've painstakingly typed every word uttered here today and cross-referenced all the facts. And such, I am now in position to draw the only logical conclusion. You're not a lawyer, you have no right to talk about logic. Only lawyers have the right to have logic. Not again! That's 4 out of 6 jury members who proposed a guilty verdict. There's only 2 left. We've had it. Every time I press these witnesses for more information, it just makes the situation worse.
Nevertheless, what we need more than anything at the moment is more information. We're still very much in the dark.
Right, because we really should have fucking researched this case before we even took it under our wing. I suppose I'll just have to keep pressing the witnesses, knowing that more sparks may very well fly.
We mustn't give up hope that we'll uncover something that will give us a way to fight back. But...
alright, I'll keep trying. I can't give up. I just need to keep calm and listen to the witnesses' statements again. Wait, there's more? As soon as I heard a scream, I stopped my bus. Wait, I actually want to check the knife too. Where's the M? There's the M. Ah, there's the M. However... an ordered letter M, undeniably Mr. Magnus McGilden is initials. It's beautifully gilded E. Too. It must be very valuable, I should think. Ah! What is it? Look at this M. If you turn it upside down, it becomes a W. This could change everything. A W? Yes, this is one of those, you know, turnabout cases. I'm sure of it. I'm afraid I don't know at all. But what I am sure of is that this is an M. Why? What makes you so sure? Oh, that idea was quickly squashed. That part of the that part is the sheet, isn't it? Sheet? Part of the sheet? Are you alright, Mr. Naruhodo? Oh, sorry, yes, I just really don't like blades. You have a sword with you! Oh. Those don't seem like the words of a man with a large katana slung from his waist, right? That's not a blade, that's Kazuma's He's special, okay? Anyway, there's no sense in denying it. Let's see what the blade looks like. Oh, dang. It looks a lot like blood. What do you think it is? It surely is blood. The victims. An Englishman's blood looks a lot like a Japanese man's blood. Did you think it wouldn't? Sorry, it's just that we've only just arrived here in Great Britain. I'm finding it a little hard to adjust. So you're thinking someone else has a different color blood? No, I don't understand, Susato. Okay, that's it? That's all of it? Huh, it didn't really yield much. Okay, I guess we have to press up again. What exactly did you see? Well, it would be passenger, sir. He collapsed to the floor, he was. And by the passenger, obviously you are referring... Collapsed to the floor! Can I see that? Collapsed to the floor, he says. Mr. Mason, the brickmaker. Wait, no, I didn't mean to do that. And when the other passenger had knife in his hand, like this. Collapsed to the floor. But the other passenger, obviously you're referring to the accused, Mr. Magnus McGilden. And then he... Wait, that contradicts what the other said. Like, stabbing the passenger in the belly. What? Didn't the other say he stabbed him while he was sitting next to him? Oh shit. What voice did I give this man?
My lord, I wish to speak. Oh no, he sounds like a little gremlin.
Yes, juror number 5. Do I take it that you too?
As the master of the London's Guild of Coachmen, the idea of a murder being committed in one of the city's carriages is utterly abhorrent to me. It wouldn't be right to make a decision before hearing all the facts, though, I said to myself. But I've heard enough now. The horses have bolted, as they say.
No, please, just keep it open by the little eye.
Get now, Silverblaze. The finish is in sight.
He sounds like a gremlin.
Dolby has a suck. Pippa is a long-standing member of the guild, and a trusted a man says. Oh, thank you, sir. Sir.
This is too late, guys. He's just mocking him at this point. Holy shit to you. Which now means that 5 jurors have agreed to condemn this man. Madam Juror number 6.
Yes, dear? What can I do for you?
You have heard the testimonies of the witnesses in the stand.
Oh, yes, I certainly have. Still got my hearing, you know?
Then, pray tell, why are you yet to pronounce your leaning?
Well, dear, the thing is, I'm a creature of habit, me. I always go to the park at around this time of day, and I sit on a nice bench and get on with my knitting. There's a lovely little park just near where I live. McGilded Park, it's called.
Okay.
The gentleman donated to the city, you know. To put a smile on Londoners' faces, he said. I can imagine such a fine, young gentleman would have it in him to take another man's life.
He's always doing wonderful things for the city. That's right, a man like that wouldn't stab someone, surely.
Mother, Mummy, may we go to the McGilded public library later and borrow some more books?
How many Londoners live with their heads in the... I thought he was gonna say heads in their asses. Holy shit, that would have been raw as shit. Do you people not know what kind of man Magnus McGilded really is? What kind of man... What kind of man is he? Good question, Ryu. The philanthropist, Magnus McGilded, has enough wealth to purchase the entire city he claims to value so highly. But where did all that wealth come from? Your client is a Shylock, sir. No, we have someone else called Sherlock. That's the wrong person, dude. and one with the very darkest of souls.
Ouch, I bit my lip! I bit my lip while I said that! Fuck you, Manzix! I bit my lip because of your stupid words. What? Stone to crows!
McGilded lends money at extraordinary rates of interest, so his victims have no hope of repaying him. When they default, he takes possession of everything they own. He is a vulture that preys on the weak.
I've never heard any mention of that before.
It just occurred to me while I was looking at his animation. He has really shiny lips. It's very kissable. Your faculties haven't deserted you, I'm sure, madam. So, has this thought not crossed your mind? Would a man wealthy enough to buy London in its entirety not have a carriage of his own? What possible reason could this man have not to make use of a public omnibus service? You're not saying that the victim, a poor brickmaker, had next to nothing to his name, save considerable financial liability. It will come as no surprise that his creditor was the accused, Magnus McGilded. But let it also be known that the very day Mr. Mason was killed was the final repayment date of his debt.
Good gracious!
The brickmaker was destitute. He had lost his house.
He can just make more. He can make bricks, so he can just make another one, right?
He had not a shilling with which to repay his debts. And in the end, this pitiful soul had the very last thing he owned taken away from him. His life.
See? He doesn't need to use his limpy finger to point. He can make it straight. Though I much prefer him when it was a little fruity.
By the merciless philanthropist pretender, Magnus McGilded.
I don't believe it. Hold it. If I might add something briefly?
Mr. Sato?
He claimed that a victim had been lent money by Mr. McGilded. But where's the evidence to support your claim? Oh wait! Look! He has wine! When did that come in? Okay, so not only did he bring a deadly weapon to court, but he also brought wine! An alcoholic beverage! I see how it is!
Pray forgive the discourse. Pray forgive the discourtesy of filling my hallowed chalice in a court of law. This motherfucker is an absolute weeb. He's the type who wears an eye patch and says, "Oh no, my cursed eye." Ah, there it is! Lord Van Zyck's hallowed chalice! How can this be considered? Bitch, you have a sword! You have nothing to say for yourself now. But I find myself in unexpectedly good humor. That's good humor for him, holy shit. I had heard ladies from the Far East could show great courage, but I didn't expect to experience it for myself. He wants to be pegged. He likes the woman that can peg him. Fuck yeah, I'm in for it. As a judicial assistant to the defense, I am simply doing my job. What a pity that your display of courage is in vain. This is the debtor's fucking submit those at the start of the trial. This is the debtor's ledger, which details all monies? Is that how you spell monies? All monies loaned by the accused. You will find the victim's name clearly recorded inside. Seem to be into that will make sense. Listen. He's a little funky fruity little man. Well, he's not little. I'm pretty sure if I stood next to him, I'd be like titty height from this man. Which is honestly the best height. Oh. Wait. Also, that's exactly what I meant. This is why you should fucking submit those evidence at the beginning of the trial, because now you have to explain yourself. If you submit it in the trial, then we've all of getting it. He's a tall, fruity man, indeed. Allow me to present this ledger as evidence. And pray forgive the discourtesy of raising my chalice in a toast to the enigmatic East at the same time. He's allowing this. He's allowing someone to bring alcohol into his courtroom. Judge! Excuse me, sorry. I needed to like clear my throat for a second. This guy stinks. A marvelous toast, counsel. I will gladly accept this new This man is a simp. The judge is a simp for Van Zeeks. It is so obvious. Ledger's ledger has been entered in the court record. Oh yes, 20 guineas. The victim owed a considerable sum. And the accused made quite certain he had ample recompense.
Aww. Well, it would seem I've had the wool pulled over my eyes. Objection! The judge is impartial because he's horny. He is not fit to he is not fit to judge this trial. Or any trial Van Zix is in.
Regrettably, madam, that is the modus operandi of the accused.
It's such a pretty little pipe, too. What a scoundrel.
Oops.
Still, maybe it's all for the best. Wait a minute. Let's think about this a little more before. I don't stand for nonsense.
Okay, fair enough, I guess. If this is like how it's going to end with like the jury deciding the verdict, I guess, yeah, the judge could be horny as much as he wants. That was it. The last juror's decision. Well, game over. End of the stream, guys. Bye! According to the encyclopedia... Padia? Is that how you spell encyclopedia? Of British law, when all members of the jury have concluded that the defendant is guilty, court proceedings are suspended and the presiding judge will deliver the final verdict and sentence. That's what it says here. Ah, the final verdict. It's over then. Oh! There's a footnote though. A footnote? However, the defense... All 6 members of the jury are now in agreement in this case. Allow me to convey my respect for your swift and righteous decision. According to the laws of the country, I will now conclude the trial by delivering my final verdict. I trust there are no objections. Objection! No! Objection! No! This is your one time where it matters! Mr. Sato, just tell me one thing. Oh, yes? You were in the middle of saying something before. The footnote in your Encyclopedia of British Law, however, the defense... What did it say next? Oh yes, of course. One moment. When all members of the jury have concluded the defendant is guilty, court proceedings are... Just start where you left off! You don't have to read the whole thing! Presiding judge will deliver the final verdict and sentence. Then, the footnote says, however, the defense has the right to demand a summation examination of the juror at this point. Peel yourself off the wood, would you? A summation examination? A summation examination? From which century has that tome you have been resurrected? Hey, don't judge her tome! It's rude to judge a lady's tome! Judging from the binding, I would say that book is at least 50 years old. Any modern text under British law wouldn't even give such an antiquated procedure a mention. It's a relic, long forgotten, and certainly no longer practiced. Don't be mean. So you're out of luck. Oh. Speak up for the lady, Ryu! Do it! Speak up! What even is it, Mr. Sato? This so-called summation examination? Oh, one moment and I'll read about it. You would demand the right to a procedure before you even understand what it entails? Huh. Typical, they put. What does that mean? What do you mean typical? Do you know other Japanese? Listen, she has to have her hands open. Listen, the men here are cowards. They fight by blades. But this woman, Mrs. Sato, she absolutely fights with her bare hands. So you always have to keep your hands empty. No, you never know when you have to punch and throw someone. Alright, Mr. Naruhodo, I think I understand. It seems that under these procedures, we would be able to appeal to the members of the jury. To do what exactly? Appeal to them to change their leaning and reverse their decisions. And it says here that if successful, the proceedings of the trial must be resumed. Make them reverse their decisions. Yes, in times gone by, barristers would use a summation examination to attempt to influence the jury's decision. But that procedure became something of a formality with no practical benefit, really, so it rather fell out of use. I wonder why. Because it was devoid of purpose. Changing just one member of the jury's mind would be hard enough, let alone several. No self-respecting defense barrister would even assert his right to try in this day and age. Well, good for me. I have no self-respect whatsoever. Still, I don't see any mention of the procedure actually being formally revoked. What are you suggesting? I'm suggesting that although it may be antiquated and largely forgotten, it isn't yet extinct. What do you think, Mr. Naruhodo? A summation examination, our last possible option even. Do we assert our right to carry it out or admit it? Well, I'm pretty sure we don't have any other choice or else the game will end, so assert our right. Yay, he got the big shwappy. The defense attorney wishes to assert its right to a summation examination, my lord. You know he sounds mad! London is the capital city of the most powerful nation on earth. We have a duty to the world to exemplify the very highest standard of judicial procedure. Summation examinations are an embarrassment that should remain buried. But it's our right. It's our right. Oh, but if it's our right, it's our right. I believe it could prove vital in this trial. The defense petition is perfectly valid. The court will proceed with the submission examination. This is madness.
Don't be a sore loser.
Foreman, are you and the remainder of the jury ready?
I'm not. There was no mention of this in the letter I received, you see, so.
All members of the jury will be asked to explain on what grounds they have reached their decision.
On what grounds?
You must all justify your decisions and explain why you believe the defendant to be guilty. I feel like this shouldn't be a forgotten procedure. I feel like they really should give a reasoning and why they think it's the defendant is guilty. Like, sure, over it. Kind of redundant because the prosecutor did like give them all the evidence to prove quotation marks. I don't have hands, so you can't see me doing air quotes. But still, I feel like if law is already such a long-winded and precise thing, it should like be a standard procedure.
Well, my lord, you're rather putting us on the spot.
This is most irregular. No mention was made of this before.
I don't really hold with all this justify lark.
Nice talk. So it seems to have thrown the jurors off. It seems none of them have experienced this before. Alright then, the submission examination. A defense procedure no practicing lawyer has attempted for years, is it? Well, just maybe. It might be the opportunity we've been looking for to turn this trial around. So be it then. Ladies and gentlemen of the jury, the court hereby calls upon you to state the grounds on which you find the defendant Magnus McGilden guilty of this most serious crime. Additional findings. The jurors' contentions. Wait, does he have a string? Wait, does he have a string? I thought those are only things magicians do.
And no one else entered the carriage at the time, so it must have been him. I trust the driver. He has an excellent memory, it seems, for our passengers, with fares totaling 20 pence.
Oh my god, don't do that. You might actually stab the person next to you. Oh my god.
He stuck the jab next to him just like this. Brazen, I must say. Absolutely brazen.
I've simply typed and collated all the statements made thus far, and okay, so the guy, the chap, the woman with the knife, that contradicts to what one of the other people said. Man, actually I need to look that back. I know we're gonna get. So, stuck the chap next to him just like this. Okay, that doesn't give much of a descriptor. But I'm assuming he meant to the side and not like to the main gut because it was very forward.
We can trust the guild.
Fair fares is our motto. We was raised above 4 pence. We haven't raised prices above 4 pence per piece. Wait, what? Wait. So, one person is 4, but the guy said he had a total of 20. Uh-huh.
The scoundrel stabbing the poor man on the floor.
That's also wrong. He was on the bench.
It beggars belief.
I'm starting to wish I hadn't pushed for this. No, Rio, we got information. Some of the jurors don't seem to have wonderfully formed arguments, though, do they? Alright. So that's all. So that's like the guy with the knife and the granny. They have different statements. The granny said he was stabbed on the floor, while the guy with the knife said he was stabbed on his side. Well, see what we can do. We need to get these 6 people to change their minds. I'll have to throw everything I can at them and use some very persuasive language. Whisper in my ears, Ryu. Just a moment, Mr. Naruhodo. According to my book, that's not quite how it works. What do you mean? Oh? I thought I was going to have to father icy minds with some heartwarming rhetoric about the defendant. I'm sorry, Ryu, but I feel like you're not very capable of that. Unfortunately, once the jurors have decided the defendant is guilty, they're unlikely to hit anything the defense says. But then, they've reached their conclusion by their own reasoning, you see. Their pleas will sound like excuses. In fact, it could recoil on you. The more you try to persuade them, the more entrenched they may become. Then what on earth am I supposed to do? Oh dear, I'm just citing what I've read about British law, Mr. Naruhodo. Right, I'm sorry. Do you have any idea how to make it work then? Well, from what I can understand, the key to this procedure is using the jurors' own words to make your arguments. What do you mean? Well, the 6 members of the jury are randomly selected members of the public. They may appear to present a united front, but the truth is, they are complete strangers who just happen to find themselves here in the courtroom together. And that's the way to break them down, you mean? Yes, exactly. We must listen very carefully to what each member of the jury says, and see if we can identify any contradictory statements. Oh, we already have one in mind then. If we can, then the contradictory statements and pit the corresponding jurors against each other. I see, so it's contradictions in what 2 or more jurors say that we're looking for. In that way then, this is similar to a regular cross-examination. Oh, yes, I suppose you're right. Find contradictions in your statements and pit the jurors against each one of each and break them down. Alright, I might be able to pull this off. No, that's alright. Ah! He didn't double sweep! He did do! I have to pull this off! Can we start proceedings, counsel? I would ask you to take your stand for this. I'm expecting a clear and concise rebuttal. Yes, my lord. Wouldn't ask that from him. It's rare I see him from the chest down. Oh my god, look! He has a sword! His sword! Oh, I can press them. I can press them, but I kinda... do we press them? We kinda already have like an idea on who are contradicting, right? Oh, 20 pens and then the 4 pens. So we could also contradict juror number 2 with juror number 5, I believe. I forgot the numbers. Okay. Oh. The chap next to him like this, brazen, I must say, absolutely brazen. So those are 2. Scoundrel stabbing the poor man on the floor, the beggar's belief. Okay. So him. Okay, gonna get a step. Those 2 statements are completely contradictory.
What? Explain, counsel. Post haste.
Oh, dear me. I was only needing a jumper for my other half. Oh, that seems so small though.
What's all this claptrap? What does contradictory even mean?
Why are you part of the jury? I have never seen him in motion. I have never seen him use his legs. This is the first time I've seen him using his legs.
And look, he has a sword.
I don't want to move out of this. Holy shit, I've never seen him walk. Dude, he has a little sassy hip thrust. I don't hip thrust. Hip. No, look, he sticks his hip out. That's what I'm trying to say. Look, here, by the end of here. Whoop. See? His hip is higher! Yes, We've heard from more than one witness that they allegedly saw the actual moment when the defendant stabbed the victim. Now, out of curiosity, juror number 3.
What? Can't you say I'm busy?
He can't even get his own fucking knife off the table. You're gonna have to pay for that, you know. How would you say the defendant stabbed the victim? What sort of motion was it?
Huh. Want to test it to you?
You're gonna stab the lady next to you. Stop that.
Just like this. Stuck the fellow next to him even without even getting up. Just like the prim banker said.
Yeah, hip sway. That's the word I was looking for. Yes, that's just Mr. Fairplay testimony. Quite true. Now then, juror number 6.
Oh, is that me, is it? What can I do for you, young man?
How would you say the defendant stabbed the victim, madam?
Oh, well, sir, as far as I understand it, just like this. He stabbed the poor man after he collapsed on the floor. The coachman said so.
Now don't move. Take a look at these 2 jurors. He stuck the fellow next to him without even getting up. And he stabbed the poor man after he'd collapsed on the floor. Well, I never. They're stabbing in totally different directions.
What? Bless my stitches, what a muddle.
I know, right? Granny has some experience with that. That form is exquisite. What this tells us is that there's a strong possibility that one of the witnesses isn't telling the truth.
Oh! But why? Why the dick?
I don't know that yet, but what I do know is that if the trial ends at this point, we may never find out. We may never know the real truth. Ladies and gentlemen of jury, can you really let that happen in all good conscience?
Lies, you say? Oh, dearie me. I can't abide people telling lies.
The scales!
I don't believe it.
Yeah!
Wait! Now hear this, my fellow jurors. I warn you, you cannot listen to this man. Why? I'm a defense attorney. Look at him, his black suit. He's clearly some devious Eastern sorcerer using magic on all. God damn it.
There it goes. Counter for the casual racism is up to by what point again? If I could use magic, do you really think I'd be putting myself through all of this?
Answer me this.
I don't think that's right? I believe that. Oh no, okay, I remembered wrong. Yeah, jinx is a word I'm allowed to say.
Dark jinx?
Huh?
Me? What exactly is the problem? What if the 2 witnesses have a slightly different recollection of the events?
What of it?
Let's say the Shylock did stab the victim as he was sat next to him on the omnibus, and this young dandy saw him do it. And now let's say the victim collapsed on the floor and then the Shylock stabbed him again.
Then this old lady saw it too.
Well, what they say didn't happen like that. Who are you calling Danny, sir? Why would I take this knife to you?
Man, and the lady is a real MVP. She doesn't even flinch whenever he does that.
Who are you calling old? Why, I should take this needle to you.
Granny is actually assassin. New headcanon. No, it's not a new headcanon. This is the new canon. The Granny is willing to kill on sight. They're ready to kill each other now. Well, that's gonna be a whole different trial for us, I guess. But could the foreman of the jury be right? Did the 2 witnesses see 2 different moments of the same crime? No! It's not possible because they We found the victim with the stab to the belly, and he was sitting. And I think the wait. Let me check. Well, turning obvious that internal hemorrhaging resulting from the trauma. Stab once. See, it's written right there. He was stabbed once, so it's out of the question. Unfortunately, Mr. Foreman.
Huh. What to say that, Jinx? Come on, out with it.
Ooh, big slap. What you're suggesting is impossible. It's out of the question.
What are you talking, man? Man, how could you possibly say that? You do realize that I'm only doing my job? As foreman of the jury, I have possibility to steer everyone in the right direction. So, where's the evidence, man?
And what? Oh, I think I just pulled up the evidence, actually. What do you want to see?
I say that two witnesses saw two different moments of the same crime. If you say that's out of the question, show me some proof.
It looks like the only way I'm going to convince him is to present him with something he can't dismiss. Like an autopsy report! As you wish. What? I'll give you the proof. Out of the question, and the two witnesses saw the two different moments of the same crime. It's proven by... I feel like I have the right answer, but I'm still gonna save because it has... I don't think I've saved since like... I don't think I've saved since the start of the stream, which is scary. By the autopsy report. This is the victim's autopsy report. According to what's written here, Mr. Mason was stabbed in the abdomen, only once.
Eh? Only once?
Ooh, stop abusing the desk, Ryu, but also keep going. It's kind of hot. It's quite simple. The victim was stabbed precisely one time, which means that these witnesses can't possibly have seen it happen 2 different times. Wait, it's gone. The knife is gone. Where did the knife go? He was just pulling it and it's not in his hand, so where is the knife?
Alright, I can see defeat.
The streamer is always horny, Darth.
Oh, well done, Mr. Naruhodo. You did it.
If you can manage to change 2 more jurors' minds, 2 more, and I know who to go for. We can force the trial to continue. 2 more, actually. There is something else that's bothering me about a couple of the assertions. Then, that's where you must strike next. So I need to pit 2 more jurors against each other and show there's another contradiction in their assertions.
Exactly! You can do it.
We know who they are. Well, the justice of scales has shifted, but they still weigh heavy on the side of guilt. Counsel, you have the floor again. Continue your summation examination. I'm no lover of the rich, but I despise liars even more. Oh, he changed his tone. Innocent is my call, for now at least. Okay, I want to see what the granny said now.
Damn me, I can't make executions based on lies. I wonder if the poor man is innocent after all.
Okay, so it's this dude with like the 4 pence hit it against this lady. I trust the driver, he has excellent memory, it series 4 passengers with fares totally 20 pence. Okay, so he got an extra pence, so these 2. Those two statements clearly contradict each other.
They do? Explain yourself, counsel.
Me? Oh, dear, what have I done? What have I said? What I did?
I swear, on Silver Blaze's maiden name, I haven't the first idea what you're talking about.
All the voices are just going to that gremly high-pitched voice. I need to fix this. According to the group testimony we've heard so far, there were 4 passengers on the omnibus on the night of question. And according to the coachman, Mr. Beppo, he took 20 pence in fares. Quite right. I have these precise details neatly here in front of me. And juror number 5 also told us the following. The fare of the omnibus is always 4 pence. That is... what voice do I give him?
And it is a fair, convenient single pence.
Just, wait, let me give him a different... I forgot what I did for him the first one. My voice, I mean my nose is all stuffy. How do I get deeper?
Just the way London's carriages should be operated.
But that doesn't add up at all. Oh my god, he's using his actual brain to use math. I can't believe him. He's grown so far. In fact, I believe it leaves a glaring discrepancy in the facts.
Why, man? Why?
4 pences paying 4 pence each. 4 pence? This is a goddamn tongue twister. 4 passengers paying 4 pence each. Say that 5 times real fast. If you do the multiplication, it could have easily been just addition. But why are you overcomplicating this? It would be 16 pence. Exactly. As I said, it doesn't add up. It literally doesn't add up. The figures are different. By 4 pence, in fact. Or precisely, 1 person's fare. 1 person's fare? Yes, in other words, on the omnibus that night, it's distinctly possible that there was another passenger we've heard nothing about. Good gracious!
This can't be right. The contribution of the guild are good, honest men, one and all. Trustworthiness is our watchword.
The figures your coachman claims will certainly do not add up. Your watchword, good sir, is fallacy. Ooh, lady, chill.
I beg your pardon?
Mr. Guildmaster, I think you ought to consider that if this trial were to end now, the news will surely spread all over London. The news that one of your coachmen tried to hide the fact that he lets nefarious characters ride his omnibus. Wow.
Alright then, how do I make it so that this miserable trial doesn't end, huh?
Well, you have to change your vote. Well, according to my book here, you simply launched the ball of fire to the innocents. Oh shit! I think I did this in the wrong order then. The stabby thing was the most glaring. I think I should have done like the 4 pence thing first, because now Susato's teaching us how to do it, even though we've seen it happen. Shit. I was too ahead of the game.
Now hold your horses here, coachman! We're all in agreement. Wait till I get my hands on you. Beppo!
This is very irritating. Begging your pardon, sir. I'm going to do the same. For the love of... Who's Mike?
Not you as well!
A penny can be the difference between a smile and a tear, after all. I certainly can't put my trust in someone who doesn't follow my exacting standards in the financial matters. Oh, really? I, for one, think it's only proper that we hear from the witnesses again. Wait, that means... Dude! 4 jurors are now leading to not guilty. Hot milky! Well done, Mr. Naruhodo.
Leave? What? Not yet, Chisato. That's a bit too early. What are you playing at, you dandy fool? Shut your trap, sir. No one deceives me. But we had a consensus. I said check the trap. I know a liar when I see. Clearly not. Not when you see them, at least. And if that chap ever dares to cross the threshold of my shop, oh, he's a shop owner. Wait, are they in the card records? Oh, they aren't. Mail. Reveals answer to Ah! Price find Mason nipple. The juniors aren't in the. I guess that's fair enough. Oh, shame. Is he a hairdresser then? Oh wait, no, what's a barber? I'll take this razor sharp blade and shave every last hair off his head. I'm guessing he's a barber. Please tell me he's a barber. Holy shit! Oh shit! Shit! What if he isn't? Well, it's quite a remarkable turn of events. The defense summation examination has flipped the balance of the scales of justice. The jurors now stand at 2 for guilty and 4 for not guilty. Accordingly, there is no longer a large enough majority amongst the jury for me to adjudicate. And the trial must continue. I hereby ask the defense, prosecution, and witness to return to their places. And I call upon all of you to continue to pursue the truth. So, Lord Van Zeeks, continue to subsidiate the case for the prosecution, if you please. Oh no, he's gonna get drunk again. Wait, did he already finish that cup? What the fuck? Oh! Holy shit. That actually caught me off guard. What the fuck? Oh my god, I'm so horny. Do that with my fucking head. Having savored the rich aroma of the carmine contents of this hollow chap. You savored it? You did not take a single sip from that cup, sir! It may seem crass to crush it to dust. Pray forgive the discourtesy. Lord Van Zeeks! Shit, even he's horny. Brr. Is it cold in here, or is it just me? As your antiquated tome no doubt says, the prosecution may speak during a summation examination. Okay, then why didn't you? So, wait. Did it say it could not speak? Okay, so it may not speak. Okay. So, I honored a deathly silence and listened to the charade. It seems I overestimated the intelligence of the jury. Holy shit, you can just say that. Well, no matter. There is nothing so hard to prove as a self-evident truth, it would seem. No, not my... And why else would we grace the courtroom with our presence after all? No, it's getting closer. So,
let us proceed to the next round of battle. He got naked! Oh, well, not really naked. He just took off his cloak, but for him, that is very naked. Bring forth two witnesses once more. Oh shit, clothes are off! Oh no, he's using sex appeal! Oh shit, he's using his ultimate weapon! Oh my god, are you seeing that though? Look at his titties! Holy shit, they're large. Bruh, holy shit, his titties are so huge. I feel like it's the size of Ryu's head. Okay, I think... Shit. Just give up. We'll just give up at the prospect that I can lay on his titties if I just pronounce the dude guilty. Okay, so I think that's a good place to end off the stream. I am absolutely perishing. I need to like compose myself, catch my breath, read the Bible, pray to our Lord and Savior Jesus before I can continue this game because oh boy, it's getting hot in here. And also my voice, yeah. Wait, let me just save. Before I forget. Need a cold shower? Oh, I need more than just a cold shower. I need to dive into the Arctic with how horny this man makes me. Ah! Okay, so I will end the stream for today. Hopefully I can stream again tomorrow around the same time. And thank you, Dart, for dropping by, stopping by, as well as everyone else who dropped by. Thank you so much. And I will see y'all hopefully tomorrow. See ya! Janne! Bye-bye, everybody!